We welcome to the Only Fools and Horses podcast, John Pierce Jones, who played the part of Biffo in the episode The Miracle of Peckham. How's it going?
All right, thanks. Yeah, great. It's a bit cold, a bit nippy, but it's all right. Enjoying myself. My old age now. Yeah.
Time of the year, isn't it?
So, yeah, it's first old stages.
So how did you first get the part of Biffo?
Well, it was just sort of not a long story, is it? I was in Blackadder 2. I was in the one, The Money. I was a guest in that, playing Arthur the Sailor, where they become rent boys. So I come along and ask them if they want favours for sailors, that one. And the director was Mandy Fletcher. And we said, gone, all right, it was great. And then I was doing another TV series at the time, a sort of a thriller thing called The Dance, up in north of Wales on the island of Anglesey. And the phone went, and it was Mandy Fletcher. And she was now doing Only Fools and Horses. She was directed it. And she came up and said, John, there's a part coming in. It's not much, I know, but it'd be ideal for you, for your bill version. Would you do it? And I said, look, I'm booked for the next 2 months. It's great, then. So he said, I don't know when. So he said, look, we're doing it on a Saturday. Do you have Saturdays off? And the only day I had off in 2 weeks was a Saturday. So I said, yeah, okay, but how am I going to get down there? I finished work at 6 on Friday night. So I looked around, and then we found, because of Holyhead was near here, where the ferry port is to Dublin, isn't it? So they had sleepers going back all the way to Euston. So I got on, I said, okay. So I got there about 11 o'clock on the train the night before. So luckily, I didn't have much to learn. So we got on the train, because the boat doesn't actually arrive till about 2 in the morning. And that's when it pulls off. But if you've got a sleeping compartment, you can go before. After that, to this day, I hate that thing. The fields of Athenry, the boat people came on, they were drunk as skunks, right? And they sang. I thought it was the fields of Athenry all night. Then you got into Euston about 4 in the morning. Everybody left, and they let you stay there until 8 or something. Had a cup of tea and a corned beef sandwich. And then a car picks you up. And then I went on set. So that was it, really. I knew David Jason before. I knew became his wife, Mavanwi. She was Welsh actress, and I did quite a lot of work with her on TV and on stage. So I knew him before, so it was okay. So it was a bit of fun. They welcomed me on the set. So then we got in to do the part, and it was very simple, wasn't it? I lost my trumpet, and I was a trumpet player in the pub, supposed to be, and they found so I just said it, did that. And then I was just sort of a bit nervous, because they were all around me a minute, because that is the time you'll flunk, is it? When you have one single line, you'll flunk it. So I thought, no, I've got to get it. So I just sort of, where's my trumpet? That was it. And then home to Holyhead all the way, 8-hour change. But no fields.
Did you do it in one take then?
Huh?
Did you do it in one take? Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think they took it from different angles, because they had us there. Then they took it to an angle from the uncle and David, looking at me, and 2 shot was doing it. So they did it. So they had options in there. Then so when he ran off, I think they moved it to a wide shot when I went on. Yeah. So I don't know if I can say, when I was there, I was just standing. I was giving eye lines from where we were standing like this. I was talking to and they was like, where's my trumpet? I was just mouthing it, and then the uncle had a few lines to say, and he flipped them. And he blamed me. He said, I can't do these. That big help get away, right in my eye line. Where was I supposed to be? I wasn't eye line. Anyway, they sort of cooled me down and said, don't worry, it's all right. We did it all right then. I was all right after that, It was a bit of a thing. That was it. That was it, really. In and out.
Yeah, long journey though,
back.
wasn't it? Like you say, for your one line, did you say it took you 8 hours to get there?
Yeah, but I was more than that, really, because I left, I got on the train in Holyhead about 11, and then I didn't have to leave until 8 o'clock on the train in Euston in the morning. So that was like 9 hours. And on the way back on a Sunday, not many trains. On a Saturday night, not many trains. And I was working the Sunday morning. I was an Irish terrorist. The next day.
The world of an actor.
Yes. So there we are. But it was great. You know, I was in the thing like that in one line. Do you know what I mean? The Only Fools and Horses. But by then it was sort of, you know, iconic series. It was, but yeah, because people come up to me and say, "Oh, you're in," and honest to God, how can they know that? How can they know it's me? But they have. I have been recognised because of it. So there we are. That's the power of the series, isn't it?
And did you ever get your trumpet back, John?
Yeah. No.
No.
The trumpet was. I've seen it lately. It was. I went to do a public appearance thing, and they had the actual trumpet. So
still knocking about, is it?
Yeah, BBC props. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
They've got all the props, and they do these for the Company of the Appreciation Society. One of these that do sort of go around, you know, to do these convention things. And they asked me to do one, and I went there. And they had the actual trumpet.
Wow.
Wow.
It wasn't in good condition either, was it? Because
no, it was battered. It was battered. You know, apparently, I thought, oh, I might be good on this because I could be coming in and out because he was a regular, supposed to be at the pub playing the trumpet, but nobody had ever seen him before or after.
No.
No.
No, what was it covered? It covered in
muck. He put it down the garbage chute, didn't he?
Yes, the bit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's on it, or something. And he was all trampled. Yeah,
that's right. He put Brute on his well, what was it? Not fish. What was it? Uncle Albert's breakfast, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, yes, that's right.
Rodney had sprinkled Brute on it, hadn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, there was a thing because all I saw was that, and I was in the studio. So I think Lambeth we shot it. We just shot it by the church where the miracle had happened. You know?
Oh, it was the same. I was going to ask you, is it exactly the same place? Was it just outside?
Yeah, we were on location doing it on Saturdays. They were out doing filming. It was pre-studio, I think. Yeah. So they came out of the church where the Virgin Mary had tears since she coming down. But somebody had robbed the lead off the roof, so the rain was coming down. So they charged people to come up and see her. And then,
I'm not sure I've not read that wasn't like a true story. It sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? I'm sure there was a true story.
I thought that as well. Hello?
Oh,
there you are. You're back.
There we are.
Story was it, John?
I think so. I think there was something like that, wasn't there? About that somebody that somebody stole the lead and the thing came down. But these then, you know, saw a way of making a few bob of it, didn't they? You know, sort of.
Yeah.
The Miracle of Peckham. They'd have thousands of people coming every year to see it.
I love the bit at the end with the vicar. When I like the bit where he says to Del Boy, he says, "Oh, you've manipulated all these people, and it's all," and then he says, "God bless you," doesn't he?
Oh, my sense, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a catchy. Yeah. Yeah, no, it really was a wonderful thing to be in. So there we are. It was a brief sort of foot in the door of one of the big iconic shows of all time, anyway.
Yeah.
What year would it have been, John? About 85, 86, something like that?
Yeah. No, 84. Would it be 84? 84, I did Blackadder. Yeah, because I was working in London at the time. And then, it would have been 84, 85. Yeah, it was the same time as I did that. Same sort of thing when Mandy phoned me. I remember the phone coming on set on my... I had a mobile phone then. It was just the size of a big suitcase. So he said, yeah. So, but I remember everybody on the things were going, wow! All the other cast are going, you're doing that because it was a big series then.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody saying, "How are you doing that?" And I said, "Yeah." So are you two just doing it a one-off now, and then you'll be in the studio afterwards? And I said, "Yeah, I suppose so." I lied.
Yeah, were you hoping for more in a way? Because, like you said, it did have legs, didn't it?
No, it just when I heard that it was, I thought they were introducing sort of a new musical, big, thick, you know, Biffo in the pub. You know what I mean? Easily led and something like that, was there with his trumpet playing for a few bob. But no.
Biffo the Bear, what was your nickname?
Oh, yeah, Biffo the Bear. And they built my character up, and that's why people really remember it, because it wasn't just me in and out, that the character had been built up, that everybody was frightened of me, that I was one of the hardest nuts in wherever, and he did this to my trumpet, which was my pride and joy, the things I ever lived for, was to come there and blow a bit in the. He must have learned it in the army or something. Just and he was going. So I don't know. It was he. Although he didn't appear much only to that scene, the end, which is quite impressive. He was talking about right all the way through, because they build up the tension, especially when they found out the trumpet was down the chute, you know, with this garbage, and they're taking old eggs and stuff out of it. Right?
Yeah, he knew he was doomed then, didn't he, Rodney? Once it had been wrecked, the trumpet, yeah.
So that's when he was. So it was, you know. So as I said, the character was much bigger than the actual part.
Yeah, you could definitely tell he was a tough guy.
Yeah, where's my trumpet? When he was and I was playing a tough guy as sort of a terrorist type at the time, so I didn't have too much Stanislavski to do that part.
And as you say, if you didn't have that Saturday free, you wouldn't have been in it. It was as simple as that, wasn't it? Yeah. I should imagine so. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And
if there was no night train, from Holyhead, I wouldn't have been in it.
No. Wow.
To Euston. No. So, and the Fields of Athenry, that's what I always remember. They sang it all night, all bloody night. I was trying to go to sleep. And he said, I'm an actor, trying to. I didn't.
Did you have much conversation with David, Nick, and Buster between filming?
Yeah, I David, as I said, I knew before, because when he used to knock around with his girlfriend then, and I worked a heck of a lot with her, and she was, so I knew her well, and we went out a couple of times before, you know. So I knew him, and I didn't know Buster, and I think I knew Rodney from something else. Was he?
Butterflies he was in, wasn't he? Butterflies.
Something I did for Thames years ago. I think he was in that. I'm not sure.
Something Pauper he did, didn't he, as well, when he's a young lad? The Pauper, was it? The Pauper or something?
Vincent the Pauper?
Pauper. Was he?
Yeah, he was a young lad in that, though. Then he did the two of us, he did, didn't he? The two of us.
Yes, he did that, but I can't remember. It was one of these things. I think some comedy, but one-off thing he was doing, or a pilot or something. But I vaguely that I remember, or I'd been in the same company as him sometime, you know, before. So it wasn't all that intimidating, especially that you knew the star then, which was David, you know. So
I suppose the nerves it wasn't as nervous, like you said, it wasn't a live audience, so that the probably nerves, did it help that in a way?
Well, yeah, in a sense. And as I was doing it, and also, as I said, I knew David, I knew the other one, I knew some of the crew, I knew the director. So it wasn't like it was everybody coming there for the first time. You've got to do this line, you've got to get it right, and you've got it fresh, and everybody's a stranger. It wasn't like that. Hello?
No. It's funny actually that most actors we speak to, Chris, don't we, that it's Ray Butt that approaches them actually. So the lady you mentioned, I've not heard anybody else get approached by who was the lady again, did you say?
Mandy Fletcher. She directed that series.
Right, I see.
And she directed Blackadder as well. She was the staff director for the BBC.
I wonder if Ray Butt might have finished by then, perhaps. Could have done,
Who?
couldn't he? I say Ray Butt was like a director. I wonder if he may have finished by series 5, possibly. Ray Butt. He was a little guy.
Oh, yeah. No, no, I don't know. Unless she came in and did a couple of them. Give him a rest, you know. They give him the main director editing time or something, you know. So it was something like that. And I knew Gareth Gwenland as well. Was he? Yeah, produced it, didn't he?
He was the producer. Yeah.
Because I worked when he left the Beeb. He came to Cardiff, and I did quite a few TV series when he did as a freelance. Which he directed then those days afterwards. And he was always talking about it. Because he remembered me, because he said he had lots of trouble with my line in Blackadder because they wanted to cut it out.
Oh,
what was your line then?
That was wonderful, me old shivering mateys. Now then, how much you charge for a good hard shag?
You did ask, Chris.
Another great show.
Now you've said that, lad, I can remember that now. I remember that now. You said
they lost the money, haven't they? So they could become rent boys, and I think Baldrick buggers me for a threepence.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Another great comedy though, Blackadder, wasn't it? Really great comedy. Yeah.
It was some great lines in it, and it was all. But I did the one thing I do like. I really do like is because I had a much bigger part in that one. But it was that you come on into the set on the Monday for the read through, and then you work things out, and then you add a little line here because it'll help you do this, that, and you help, and that was a lot of that in Blackadder. Everybody's there, all the writers, everybody's all the way through. So it was so you developed with it by the Sunday night, you know, when you're in front of an audience. You know, so it was. So I just want. The other thing is with sitcoms, I've done quite a bit. I was in a long-running one here, that's if you're doing it in front of an audience, who do you play to? So if you've got a laugh lines, and the audience are killing themselves laughing, do you wait for that to come down? Or do you go back with your natural instinct or your natural timing, which is the top it, and go bang, 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 bang? And then maybe they lose the first. It's a heck of a thing, you know, because the directors will tell you can hold the audience, go for the camera. But it's hell of a job. The instinct in you, once you get an audience to go, is to react to them.
Keep them laughing.
Yeah. But with this, I didn't have that, did I? But with Blackadder, we did.
Have you seen the musical, John? Have you seen the Only Fools and Horses musical?
No.
Is it out? It's very good. Very good. It's a couple of in London, at Haymarket in London.
Oh, right. He's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's back now, isn't it?
Yeah, since this COVID thing and lockouts, and I've had a bit of an illness, and I've been sort of shielding and, you know, sheltering or whatever they call it. I've not been out, so I haven't been to town. I haven't been to London for about 18 months, 2 years. Because if they want you, if you'll do a reading, you'll do it on tape and send it to casting directors and stuff. So
like we're doing now, it's all done virtually these days, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a shame because that's the day you could go into town, do that, go see a show, and come home or something, you know. So,
yeah. It's Paul Whitehouse, isn't it, who wrote it with John Sullivan's son, Jim.
Oh yeah,
they co-wrote it. You know, the Harry Enfield's.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
I've been twice. I want to go again. Very good. Really, I'd recommend it.
What? Oh, I see. So they wrote it themselves. Did they read it?
Yeah. I think John was in the process of doing it, and then he sadly passed away. But I think Sullivan's picked up the reins with Paul Whitehouse. Yeah.
I've only seen a bit of it on. I've only seen a bit of it on the TV actually, because they were on This Morning or something like that, on one of the breakfast programs, and it does look very good. You've seen it twice,
Comic Relief as well, I think you were.
So it's something that we look forward to. I can't see that next time.
Yeah, definitely. It's all centered around dates, you know, when Del and Raquel meet, and
dates,
on the dating site. Yeah,
the computer agency and all that, and
I was always talking about, you know, when they repeat these shows and they're all over the world. You get the odd few pennies in a pork pie, something like that, from out to Mongolia for them. Well, a mate of mine was in it as well, called Will Thomas, and he is the barman who goes round and opens that patch, and then Del Boy falls in.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, how many times has that been shown?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought he was the main star in that clip, by the way, tell him. I thought Will did it brilliant.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. He's a good, very good actor. He was in Gavin and Stacey, wasn't he? He was the vicar. It was brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He does have a couple of lines, doesn't he? Because he asked Del if he wants something to eat. He's chewing his pencil, isn't he, Del?
Yeah, and before that, he does have a couple. Oh, yeah, more than me. He does. And then he walks to open the door, and he leaves the hatch open. But the only thing you see is that, and he's in all of them. So
yeah, and he'll get sort of,
it'll be all right on the night, all that sort of things. They'd be showing him and showing him and showing him.
So he gets paid for that, does he, John? Like if that gets shown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he'll get his full fee, but he'll get sort of, a 50 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
But of course, he don't need any words because he'll be shown all over the world, can't he? It's hilarious.
He was in the funniest moment of all time, basically, and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And apparently, they didn't use the bar scene for years, did they? Apparently, it was in the works. They wanted to use that scene. It took a long time for them to actually use it, didn't it?
Did it? I didn't know that. Did it?
Yeah. Didn't it, Chris?
Yeah, he didn't know when to slot it in, and I don't think Roger Lloyd Pack was available either.
Yeah.
Roger Lloyd Pack wasn't available. He's doing something else, I think, wasn't he?
Oh,
and
yeah.
John Sullivan grabbed him and said, "Hey, have you got a chance to do a couple of days shooting?" And
so they put it together.
Yeah.
God, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very well done, though, isn't it? The timing, everything. It's spot on. It's been woof.
Especially Trigger's reaction after it happens. The way he turns round.
Yeah, Trigger was
another one
perfect.
I'd worked for before was Trigger. I'd worked for him. I worked with him one summer in some murder film. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Dandelion Dead, it was called. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So I knew him as well. I'd worked with him before.
Roger Lloyd Pack, yeah. What was he like then to work with?
Lovely man. He was a great guy because, by that we were all in Hay-on-Wye for a summer, staying in a fantastic hotel. And so we had a fantastic time. It was a brilliant summer with sun shining all the time. So we did really good stuff, walking and stuff. So we all got to know each other very well. And we got somehow, he's a real nice guy. He really was. He was a bit shy sometimes, but he had some great stories to tell. Really sort of, like actors' anecdotes that they tell when they're in the pub after you finish filming. And he was very good at that because he'd been at it a long time.
And with Roger Lloyd Pack, I think a lot of people don't know that he was a very serious actor, wasn't he? He was into the theatre. And...
Yeah, big theatre, RSC, all that background. And he did some good movies and TV stuff before that. And after this one, what he was playing when I first met him, that was a pretty, serious thing. But he's a good, very, very, very good actor. He was.
Vicar of Dibley was
a lovely man.
Yeah, Vicar of Dibley was a big hit, wasn't it? With John French.
Oh, yes. That was very, yes, this is. And so he could really do comedy and he could go either way, really. He was dead. He was classic and he as well. Well, you've got to have the same elements. The same elements going to all.
What about John Challis? Did you ever meet John Challis?
No.
Ken MacDonald who played Mike? Would you ever?
No.
Never. They weren't in your episode, actually, were they?
No. I met was Boise because he was on one of these public things I did.
The convention, yeah.
Convention,
yeah.
Yeah. That whole,
so did you enjoy that when you went to the convention? That was different, wasn't it?
it's different. It's something I never ever done before, and it amazed me. Right, it amazed me the knowledge that the audience, members of the public who just was at home watching it, know about it. You know, not just about the series, but about the individual actors like me who were in the series. They'd come up and they talk to me about things I'd done in Wales, in Welsh.
Wow.
I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, and one thing, there were some people I've seen them putting it down and stuff. I don't think I can do that because they pay to come there. They're really, really into this, and it's like any other hobby, if I can see. And you've got to go with it, and you've got to be, you know, give them back what they've given you, sort of thing. Because it's all about standing and taking autographs and holding the trumpet up and stuff with me, anyway. You know, all day long. And they had the sets. BBC rent them the set of the flats, so you're there from the beginning, and then they take photographs on. Then, if you pay a little bit more, you can get an individual photograph there. And
then they have the van and Capri there as well, would they?
Yeah. If that comes in, then you can have a little ride in it. Thing.
Oh.
And then it's so you can come in for the day, just do that. Then you can come in, and then you sit down, and they come, and you can have an individual chat. So and then some come for the whole 2 days, and stay in the hotel and stuff.
Well, we'll have to do it next time, won't we, Chris?
Definitely, yeah. There's been an announcement, hasn't there, for next March? I think, Chris, hasn't there, for a convention? Meant to message you, yeah. In I forget where, down south somewhere. I forget where now.
Right,
that's all right.
David Jason's doing it.
They only did with the one I went to was in Hull. And because of that boat thing,
to hold them
do you remember they were that boat?
Back. Yeah.
So that's why they went there, because they were shot in Hull, and it was some anniversary of the thing, and so they were getting. So it was, but I found it as it was the first one. It was very interesting, very, very interesting. I mean, at times, as they said, you can't be bored if you're doing just smiling, taking. But you met so many people though. I like that because some of them were really great. Charming.
Did you ever think? Did you realise how big it was, the show? I know you said it was big, but did you really think at the time? You thought, "Wow, this is." I'll be remembered.
No, I didn't. Yes, at the time it was big because I remember when I said I was doing it on set of the other thing, and then I came back, and then I thought, "Oh God, that'll be me." You know, it's nice to be in it. I can put it down on the old CV or on my credits. I've done it. But then once you went out, you got people really coming up to you. What shocked me was the following it had and the dedication of the fans. That was amazing. I'd never seen anything like that before. That was really, really, really big.
There's no other comedy that's got the longevity, is there, John, either? You know, 64 episodes over 20 years.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. No, it was an honor to be part to say that, you know, I really, you know, that I've been part of it. I really feel that. I feel that wow, I was on it, yeah.
And that's the reaction we get from everybody we speak to, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I don't know. I've ever met anybody who doesn't like it. Yeah, there's people that like it more than others, but I've never heard anyone go, "Well, don't watch that." Anybody over 30, loves it. No. And it's still remembered on UK Gold, isn't it? They're still
yeah. I'm gone all over the place. Yeah, but I think so. You know, because there were people were there that were born after when I did that one. You know what I mean? So, but it was, and especially that one as well gave you was an eye opener as to the dedication and the amount that this has affected on their lives. That they dedicated so much time to making research on the actors and on the relationships between actors and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's like if you're doing a PhD dissertation.
I was thinking actually, your series was series 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I read that David was possibly gonna quit after that series because the last episode of that series, Who Wants a Millionaire, with Jumbo Mills, you know, when he has
yeah.
He's going to go to Australia, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think one of the main reasons was because you wanted them. They were chucking a lot on the floor, weren't they? That was really good stuff, and they were not using it. So they went to 50 minutes, didn't they? After your series 6,
right?
They went to a longer format sort of thing.
Yeah. Yes, you did. And he handled it. I've seen others gone to longer formats and can't handle it. They can't stretch it. But that could have, because you had a pace in it. It had such a. The writing was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
Did they sort of delete anything of your episode at all? Did you think, oh, well, I had more lines originally, or did you keep everything in of yours?
Everything. All I had was that, because I didn't have any time learning lines. I just I know that. No.
You didn't bash him over the head with a trumpet in the next scene or anything. No, nothing like that.
All I had to do was run and after it. So no, that was it. But
do you watch your episode much?
Huh?
Do you watch your episode much? Have you seen it back a few times over the years?
Every time I see it's on, I do actually. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. If it's on and you see a repeat of it, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. You shout the wife on your scene, do you? Come on.
I'm coming up now. No, it's been nice. In the beginning, I suppose, when he went out first, I watched it and I was saying, I'm only in and out. And then the following couple of days, when you started getting responses from people, went to the shops, I saw you last night. Oh, it's great. Oh, wow, you're on Only Fools and Horses. They were saying, wow, people who knew me. Well, was sort of really God. I know this guy who's on Only Fools and Horses with Where's My Trumpet?
Of course, in the 80s, John, there'd only be 4 channels, wouldn't there, as well? I mean, it was, the figures would be, there'd be 10
Channel
million.
4 was only about 4 years old. Started in 1980 or 82. 82.
81, 40 years this year, isn't it? 40 years.
Yeah.
And as we were saying earlier, how funny it is and the longevity, everything, it gets repeated. I think it always will. The biggest compliment I can give Only Fools and Horses is my mum laughs at it and she doesn't laugh at anything.
Yes. And it will, what's great about it, it affects us. It's a sort of show, a whole family will get something out of it. Because everything is there if you look at it.
Yeah, the jokes haven't. I mean, I don't want to mention other comedies that have dated, but other comedies were funny at the time. They've dated, haven't they?
Oh.
Fools and Horses is still fresh, isn't it? It's as fresh as when you watched it the first time.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. Why don't we do it? Because I've dressed as Rodney. Can you see John here?
Yeah.
I'm bald normally. I'm more like Jumbo Mills, but let's do your little scene then.
All right.
Remember what? Go on, then you choose to start, isn't it?
Oh, we have got Where's My Trumpet, is it? Boy.
Yeah, that's right. So go on, start with Where's My Trumpet?
Boy, where's my trumpet?
Hello, Biffo. How are you?
Where's my trumpet?
Your trumpet? Yeah, there's been a bit of a hitch on the old trumpet front, mate. You see that man over there?
Where? Boy, I'm coming. Where's my trumpet?
Brilliant.
Nice.
That was one take as well, Chris. That was one take.
Yeah. You're a pro.
I'm on hold. Okay, hey, cheers, mate. Thanks again. Anything I can do?
No, it's brilliant to meet you, John. Been a pleasure. We meet at last as well. We had a few hiccups, didn't we?
Yeah. Really for me. Okay.
Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for asking me. I've enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Bye.
No problem. See you later.
Thank you, John. Take care.